Well, out there in YouTube land, here I am with the Eddie Horvath and a nice t-shirt. You guys can get these up at Mark's place, but what I'm here about is congratulating Mark on his big 50,000 subscriber thing. I would have given it to you. I saw it on Saturday or Sunday. I don't remember what day I saw it because I'm old and senile and I forget fast. I would have put the video on yesterday, but I had a pipe let loose in a wall in the back room and I had to fix that. It had a leak going across there and that took a little bit longer than I thought, and it's the way it is. But anyhow, back to Mark. Congratulations on your good achievements. It's because you got good videos and a good Sawmill and you're a good sawyer and all that kind of crazy stuff, and you have good t-shirts. It's going to be a hit. They say it's going to hit 80 today here. So I'm wearing a t-shirt. Anyhow, well, let's see. If you guys watch, if you're watching this, I'm pretty sure you watch Mark. But if you don't, go up and check Mark at Bus Motor Productions, Mark Galici. I don't know what that says. Mark, yeah, Galici channel. G-A-L-I-C-I-C. I'll probably spell it wrong because I'm not a good reader, but anyhow, you'll find him. He's doing a real good thing. If you have a sawmill and maybe you don't have a YouTube channel and you want to see your sawmill on the internet, you could go and send your sawmill picture to him, or 2 or 3 in your name and kind of where you're located. So if I was to do one, it'd be like John and I'm from Carroll County, Maryland, and send him a picture. But you guys all see mine, so there's no point in me sending a picture of my sawmill up there when you can see it here, and leave room for others. That's kind of the way I'm looking at it. That's, if you ask me why I don't send mine, that's why it is. But anyhow, you might not be real good at computers, or you might not have a computer, I don't know, or maybe you have a computer and don't know how to put a picture on, and you want everybody to see it. Send your picture of your sawmill, or a couple, 2 or 3, 4 pictures of your sawmill up to Mark, and he'll put them on his channel for you so you can see it, which I think that's a good idea. You might even find a picture of a sawmill. Maybe you go to a steam show and you like that sawmill so much, you want to put a picture of it on there so you can tell your friends, hey, go look at this sawmill, or once again, your sawmill, go look at my sawmill. He's going to put your name on it so people can identify your sawmill. And it's interesting to see all the different types of sawmills that are out there. So I think that that's a real good program to do. I like it, and trying to get somebody to do one for wood splitters, but we haven't got into that yet. Anyhow, I've been kind of on light duty. I haven't done too much in the last 2 weeks. I had a spot on my head taken off. It's about, the doctor said it's about the size between a 50-cent piece and a quarter, so it's not real small. I lost a few marbles when that happened. A few of them dropped out, and you know, it was a hard spot and I didn't want to be a hard head, or it was a knuckle and I didn't want to be a knuckle head, or a numb spot and I didn't want to be a numbskull. But so they said that would cure anything that it is. So it's good, but I wasn't supposed to pick up anything for 2 weeks, and my 2 weeks isn't up for another few days. And then I get the stitches out. There's 12, well, there's 6 to 12 stitches. The doctor said he put 10 to 12 in. The wife could only see 6, so I don't know, but everything's fine. I just can't do anything. I can't lift a chainsaw. I'm not supposed to be bouncing around the woods in a tractor and all that kind of stuff, but man, that's driving me crazy. I've been trying to do some light stuff, movies outside, but it's been terribly windy. It's supposed to be, like I said, 80 degrees here today. We're going to go out to the greenhouse. I ran a metal detector 2 or 3 days ago looking for a underground electric line for my cable. I guess it's not electric, it's a cable that brings our Comcast cable into the house, because we're going to have a paved driveway put in, and I was going to do a video of that, but it's just terribly windy out there, and you couldn't hear anything over that. If it's windy out there and I'm doing a chainsaw, it doesn't make any difference. If it's windy out there and I'm doing a sawmill, which I'm not allowed to get near right now, it doesn't make any difference. But when I'm doing light duty work where you could hear me, or I'm trying to explain something, you aren't going to hear anything. But we're going to take a walk out there to the greenhouse, because I can be in the greenhouse and show you a couple things that I found interesting out there. So once again, go up and visit Mark and hit him. Congratulations on hitting his 50,000 subscribers. send him a picture of your sawmills, 2 or 3 pictures of your sawmill, and he'll put them on his show, put them on his video or his channel. I think toward the end, I think is where he's putting them. And it's kind of neat to see all the different sawmills. I go out and take pictures of a lot of different sawmills, and but they're back when you took pictures with a film and stuff. So anyhow, we're going to go outside. Hopefully you'll be able to hear me through all the wind. Like this shirt, like this guy, got to get one. So all right, we're going to walk out to the greenhouse. Can't turn the camera off. Still haven't learned how to edit. You're probably going to get hammered in the wind, so do the best. I got a lazy, worthless cat out there that wants in. Can't be freezing. It's not too bad right now. You can hear it in the trees, but I don't think you guys can hear it. The boiler doesn't like this time of the year because boilers like to run full out, and I'm just burning mine with kindling in it right now, just a real low fire, because I don't feel like it's not good to let them warm up and cool down and warm up and cool down and warm up and cool down. So even though it's going up to 80 degrees today, I like to maintain the boiler water, because it's supposed to get heavy rain and cool tonight, or cold front coming in. Went through another basket of wood, had to start hitting into emergency wood or backup wood, because I just haven't been able to do anything. Yeah, I am lifting firewood. It goes from there to there, and my boiler, where it's white all the time inside, it's black as coal now. That's the little bit of fire I got in there, and that's it. But you can see it smudges everything up, which I don't like that. But that's all I got for fire in there right now. And we're sitting on 184 degrees temperature. So that's plenty. I had to take this basket of wood here over and put it here, because it's closer to go from here to here. I feel the wind coming in here. Anyhow, that's what's going on there. I'll show you, just kind of goofing around. I don't know, the wind's kind of calmed down right now. We might make it out there without getting blasted. I still haven't got the white truck fixed. I got to empty all the stuff out of it. You can see the flags are flying. Little windy out here. All the things up there are going around. That's why I haven't done any outside videos. Anyhow, boy, it's warm in here. I told you I was metal detecting. This is the good stuff I found. Now, all I did is went up 2 rows. I went up my 2 potato rows. But the first thing I found was this thing here. And this is a Babbitt bearing. And it's actually, I can't do it with 2 hands. It's a right good size shaft. It's probably a 2-inch shaft there. But I dug that up first. That was right next to the driveway, and you can see where it went together, and you can see the oil slots in it. I would say that it probably had ends like that on both ends, because it kind of looks like it broke off. And after it broke off, both at one end, it gave it the ability to slide off the shaft and left somebody standing there. This looks like some kind of a hydraulic line. It probably goes to my dozer. I don't know why it was up in the potato patch, but well, the dozer used to be up there a lot. But I would say this hooked onto something and pulled 2 small hydraulic lines in it. This is a pipe hanger part. This is a unistrut holder. Little piece of rebar. I know where that came from. Boulder probably lost. A few pieces of aluminum, some barbed wire, miscellaneous steel. There's barbed wire. There's barbed wire. A lot of fence things. I've never had a fence up there, so that had to be from a long time ago. There's another fencing. Now these little nails I found up next to the house, because remember I started out trying to find the cable where it comes into the house. These are all probably roofing nails or putting tar paper down. There's another one. Found a bunch of those. They must have dropped the paint. But all these other nails were out there in the thing. Now, I didn't find anything of any value in my opinion. Here was, I guess there's foil in that cap. That was a piece of, I think that, I don't know what that was. Oh, here was a some kind of a end of a some kind of rake or something. Who knows what that was. That's kind of a, was an interesting piece, probably farm related there. Anyhow, didn't find anything of any value. I thought the neat thing was this, but the value might be in the fact that I'm not going to get a flat tire out of one of these pieces, so that's about the only value I got in it. But here's what I thought was interesting. The old hickory wood, we put it in. It started on 1/14/21, and look at it, all through the hot summer it hardly lost any weight. I'm hoping that you can see that. You know, here's dates and stuff like that. Well, it hadn't lost any weight in so long. This is October 9/21. It didn't lose any weight. Then about 2 weeks ago it dropped down to 484. I thought that was interesting, and it goes back to my theory of, you know, the wood loses its weight in the wintertime a lot more in the summer, because it was nice and warm up in these days. It really wasn't losing a whole lot in my opinion, because you got, okay, 618, okay, it was 499, okay, 6.3 it was 502, and then 495, 493, 491, and then it stayed in the 490s, and then it went down to 488, but then it went back up to 490. So I thought it was done drying, but now it went down to 484. I did split a piece. I forget, I think I split this one here in half, and I senile enough that I don't remember, and I didn't write it down, so I got no idea what it is. So we let it sit there for another year probably. But I thought that was really interesting. It goes back to, I think I started to say, it goes back to my the wood dries more maybe in the winter when the humidity is really low, because the last couple of weeks we had really low humidities, and the other thing is you had cold nights and hot days. Now I think that water in wood, I think all these cells are like straws, and I think they all have one-way valves in them. I don't know how to explain what I'm explaining. So when the wood's cold, when it's cold at night, the wood shrinks down a little bit, and in the hot days, then it expands, which would suck the water up, and then as it contracts again at night, it squeezes it and pushes it up. Then in the morning, and see, it goes up, but it can't come back because it's just full of millions of one-way cells in it. I don't know how to explain that to you. This is just my theory. I have no idea if I'm even close. But if you look at people when they do maple syrup, okay, they always do it in the spring, okay, the ground's wet, and it's cold nights and hot days, and makes that maple syrup pump. So I think it's an expanding and contracting, which is the pump, okay, to pump the syrup into wherever you, if you put a hole in there and put a syrup in there, that's what I'm getting at, okay. But that's what pumps the water up. So that's what's making the water move out of this wood, that it's pumping up and drying out of the end. That's probably, who knows, this way it might be able to pump out of both ends, because it's cut. But that's kind of my theory why most of your wood's drying not in the middle of a hot summer day. If it just stays hot, I don't think it's expanding, contracting, even though theoretically it's the same. You know, 60 at night, 100 in the daytime is the same as, you know, maybe 30, 32 or 20, 25 degrees at night to 40 in the daytime. It's probably the same temperature change, but I think it has something also to do with the molecular. It below 32, that's probably going to be some freezing situation, changing the freezing from changing the temperature from a freezing point to a liquid point. I think it requires a whole lot more a heck of a lot more BTUs. So I don't know, that's what that is. So that's where we're at. We're gonna walk back in the backyard, back there, and see some wind. Maybe go up and look at the wife's flowers. But it's gonna be so windy. That's why I'm not doing a whole lot of videos. So once again, hats off to Mark for his 50,000 viewers. And we're gonna go up and look at some flowers. I don't know whether you can hear me or not. See the flag up there flying? Spring is in the air. Today is almost summer. Look at the flowers. They're coming. Oh, I know what I forgot to say. I planted, a gentleman saw in a video in the past a lot of money plant that I had. And he asked if I had any white money plant. And I said, no, I didn't know it came in the white variety. So he sent me some white money plant seeds, so I planted them in 6 different places today. Hopefully they'll come up. With the rain coming in tomorrow, it ought to get them going. But summer's here. There's that. The reason I got to find that line, see that orange line there? That's the cable line. They didn't bury it very deep. But then I think here they took it down and they're putting the new driveway in here. That's why I was trying to use the metal detector to find that. Same metal detector that I used to find the wood, or find the nails and stuff in the logs. So that's about it for this one. It is getting windy out. I'll get behind the house and maybe it'll calm down a little bit. Yeah, it's a little bit better back here. So, oh, the mouse count. Mouse count's up to 77 now. So that about covers all the nonsense, because I've been doing light duty stuff for the last week. So I'm still on light duty for a few more days, and then I'll get back into stuff. We're waiting on parts on the wood splitter. We're waiting on parts for the Detroit that's down at Jeff's. We're waiting on parts everywhere. So that's a problem that everybody's having. So anyhow, I hope you kind of liked it. I know it's not much, but I'm getting out on the tractor today and trying to pull some of those trees that are up there on that other hill out. I figure I'm not really picking anything up. I'm not supposed to be bending over either, but I think I'm past that point. And like I said, they're taking the stitches out in a few days, so we'll get back into making some videos. So over and out. You guys have a good day, and go up and see Mark and hit him congratulations. Bye-bye now.